Make that big boss less special. It ain't no game, but they saying welcome to the second level. Second level gaming. Second level.
Hello Internet and welcome back to our coverage of Pixelpop 2018. I'm here with Alex and his game As It Is, which is definitely one of the more cutesy and adorable games that I've seen so far at the festival here. Would you like to give me a quick elevator pitch on what As It Is and why people should be interested in it?
Yeah, sure. So As It Is a single-player narrative adventure game. You play as a socially anxious hedgehog, and there are many other characters planned to be added in the game. As far as why people should be playing it, it's definitely a celebration of differences. You know, animals are all different, but yet they're all animals. And we can really use that as a facet to examine kind of the human condition. That's kind of a little dilapidated, but like it's cute, so play it.
That'll work. So it's kind of using animals as a metaphor for the human condition overall. Now, the socially anxious hedgehog, I have to ask, is it based on anyone in particular?
It's based off of all of us.
All of you?
And the team.
Who is all of you? Who is the team? Tell me about it.
Yeah, so we are a team of students, mostly university, also one high schooler. We've been making this game for about 4 months now.
Wow.
And we all kind of experience like middle school, high school, you know, nerdy gamers. We don't really know how to talk to people, and sometimes we kind of have to choose, and that's really incorporated into the game mechanics here in our game.
Gotcha. So as far as like how the game branches out, we know that you're a hedgehog and you have some social anxiety issues. What's the kind of, I mean, without giving too much story away, what is the kind of the overall narrative that you're looking to get to? Like, what's the twist? What's the hook? What's the big kind of plan for the game as far as the story goes?
The story is, without giving too many details, it's linear, but it features like a growing relationship between Hedgehog and this other character named Hawk. Hedgehog idolizes Hawk, and Hawk is this really popular, like, he's a super flyer, and
Gotcha.
he got injured recently, and Hawk kind of stays to himself. He doesn't really have like any huge ambitions. He's just a natural good flyer, and faced with this popularity, he just doesn't know what to do. And Hedgehog, having idolized Hawk, they get together and they kind of form this like bond. Like, even though Hawks were supposed to eat hedgehogs, like in this game, like we kind of see the opposite happening.
Gotcha.
And becoming friends.
They just become good old buddies.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
that's the plan anyway, right?
Yeah.
And you said you've only been working on this for 4 months with your team. Is this like the first thing you've ever worked on, or is this have you been doing game development for a while, or?
Yeah. This is probably the first major project I've done.
Okay.
I've done a couple of like things on the side, like game jams or like smaller projects at university. But actually, many of us in this team don't have game development experience.
Wow.
So we all just kind of came together and we're like, let's just make this thing and like have some really nice art. Seriously, the art's super good.
It is. Yeah, that was one of the initial kind of draws into it, is that the art is very, very aesthetically pleasing. As far as kind of future plans and things like that with the game, I'm assuming you're all going to keep working on it as a group. What's the kind of end goal for you? Like, where would you love to see it? I mean, it's only 4 months down the line. You got a lot of work to do. But are you primarily looking to get this on like PC, Mac, Linux, or maybe mobile? Or are you thinking console? Or what's the kind of the game plan?
In terms of distribution, PC, Mac for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to have it on the Switch. I think there's nothing better than sitting in your bed.
You and every other indie developer
Yeah.
that we've talked to, yeah.
But yeah, definitely. And we also love to expand into Xbox, PlayStation. But that really all depends on how well it does, the reception it gets moving into the future. I never expected to be in this position, so it's super surreal, but we're just going to keep going.
And what's been your kind of biggest inspiration for the project so far? Is there a game that you played and you thought, I could do that? Or is it just kind of just been something that you wanted to push yourself to do in a personal sort of way?
Biggest inspirations? Oh, that's super hard. Every game that I've played that I remember very fondly has an impact. The Final Fantasy series, Night in the Woods, I played like last year.
I was going to bring that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'll see a lot of similarities between As It Is and Night in the Woods, and also I played Florence a little while ago, which was a very good game, and that also incorporates some of this like conversation, effort building, mechanics that we use in this game.
I love conversation dialogue-based games. One of my favorite games I played a year or two ago was Oxenfree. Have you played that?
I have played a little bit.
Beautiful
Just a tiny
game
bit.
as far as the dialogue, choices and things like that. I noticed that you have a very interesting mechanic in this game for how dialogue choices kind of work. And I don't know if this is something that's going to be throughout the entirety of the game or if it's just through the demo, but you have this kind of like what you want to say and how you say it dynamic, and you have to pick a certain thing you want to talk about and then how you want to bring that subject matter up as to whether it's cheerful or disappointing or whatever. Is that something that you're going to put in the rest of the game? Where did that idea come from to begin with?
That idea is definitely going to be in the rest of the game through the eyes of Hedgehog, and it's supposed to illustrate Hedgehog's anxiety.
Gotcha.
You mentioned like what to say and how to say it. Sometimes we, as people, we get into these social situations where we kind of just like break down, or like we had to like deliberately think about like, okay, I'm going to talk about this, and this is how I'm going to talk about it, and that is brought out, I think, really well through the character Hedgehog and through that minigame.
So it's kind of like just a little sort of, you're almost looking inside Hedgehog's head for a minute,
Yes,
and it's
exactly.
just kind of like, okay, how do I approach this next social interaction that I'm getting into
Yeah, definitely.
in the perfect way?
Yep.
So where can we follow more about As It Is, and do you have any like social media links or links that you want to throw out to anyone?
We have a Twitter handle @AsItIsGame. Follow us. And we got a website, but you know what? Just go on the Twitter, and
Twitter's better for now.
That's the easiest thing to do.
All right.
Alrighty.
So that's As It Is. This is Alex. Thank you so much for joining me. It was
Thank you so
awesome.
much.
And you should definitely check this game out. It is a lot of fun, and I do look forward a lot to seeing how this grows as it goes forward in time. So thank you again, man. All right,
Thank
we'll see
you.
you on the next video, guys. Bye-bye.
Ain't no game.